Yo, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet Violet VGC video. I'm your host, Jose Rocks, and today we have another episode of Journey Through VGC. The current format we are in is Regulation F. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Alright, you all, got another banger here. So this is going to be our new Iron Crown and Ursaluna team. This team has been so fun throughout the entire video, and it is one of my most powerful teams that I've made so far in Regulation F. So the idea behind Iron Crown is that it's an expanding force user next to Indeedee with psychic terrain that's able to deal really big damage. The set that we chose to go with is going to be a Ground Tera Blast set with booster energy with the special attack nature, so we get a special attack boost. The reason that we didn't go with the speed nature is because the speed nature doesn't seem to do as much damage as you would like, and it misses out on a lot of KOs. And when you naturally outspeed like a lot of mons in the format with Iron Crown, going for like Helping Hand, Expanding Force is very powerful. And so we went with the Ground Tera because the Water Tera is a bit common for Iron Crown, and we still wanted something to be able to hit those dark types like Incineroar and things like Heatran that can resist both of your stabs. And going for Tera Blast into them is just really powerful, and you're able to pick up with the special attack nature booster energy. You're able to pick up the one hit KO with Helping Hand and Tera Blast ground. Unless Incineroar's Assault Vest, then it can't take the hit, but it survives with like a smidget, then they'll be able to party shot you, or like Snarl. But other than that, you should pretty much get the KO every single time. Next we have Urshifu. This Urshifu set is really fun. So this is going to be a Stellar Tera, Surging Strikes, Close Combat, U-Turn, and Zen Headbutt. So Stellar Tera is the new Tera type in this format, and what it does is it gives you a one-time boost on all of your moves. So all of your moves become stab, and the effect wears off upon switching out. So you can't like switch it in and out like some of the other Teras. So like let's say you go for Stellar Tera U-Turn and you U-Turn out. While you will get that big burst of stab damage on your U-Turn that turn, when you come back in, you won't be able to use your you'll still be terrestrialized, but you won't get the boost on your moves anymore. Why we chose to go with Stellar Tera is because Urshifu is known to go for Water Tera, and a lot of mons are really teching for that now, so it's really not really going for any other Tera on Urshifu is gonna pretty much decrease your damage output by a lot. And I still felt like with Indeedee we could play around things like Raging Bolt's Thunderclap. So we decided to go with the Stellar Tera just to get the most out of like Zen Headbutt, U-Turn, and Close Combat. And when you go for Zen Headbutt with Stab in Psychic Terrain, you're able to do a lot of damage, and you're able to pick up the surprise KO on Amoonguss. When Amoonguss, if it sees Urshifu on lead and it comes out or switches in, you're able to, if you can read the switch in, you can just one-shot it with Zen Headbutt in Psychic Terrain, which I think is a really cool tech. And Zen Headbutts lets you hit some mons that also, are able to resist like Surging Strikes, Close Combat, and U-Turn. Something like a Primarina. If you get like into an end game where you're up against it, you can still hit it with the Zen Headbutt, so you're not just completely walled by it, right? Next we have Chi-Yu. Pretty standard Chi-Yu set. This Chi-Yu is meant to help you with other side spam teams, because they can be actually pretty good into your team outside of your Iron Crown and Indeedee. Depending on what they have on their team, they might be able to deal with the rest of your team. So Chi-Yu helps with the side spam by being immune to side spam, and also snarling the special attackers on that team and making it really hard for them to get going. And once you get like Chi-Yu on a tailwind, then you're able to like outspeed like Landorus Eye and all the Flutter Mains and the Iron Crowns on those other opposing Iron Crown teams, and you're able to do really well against them. Ghost Tera to help you play around when you're not using your Indeedee, to play around Fake Out and to get around like E-Speed priority and stuff like that. So Ghost Tera, in my opinion, is really good on Chi-Yu. Next we have Indeedee. This Indeedee is going to be a very bulky, physically bulky Water Tera Rocky Helmet. So the idea behind Rocky Helmet is that once like Chien-Pao, it can remove your terrain, but once it removes your terrain, now you break the Sash, and now you're able to just one-shot it with like a Chi-Yu or with like a Bloodmoon Ursaluna, right? And that's the value behind Rocky Helmet. A lot of physical attackers in this format make contact with Indeedee, and you're able to just chip them down, as well as like using Psychic to make Indeedee deal some damage, so it's not just a passive mon. When Indeedee has like Citrus Berry or Psychic Seed with just Dazzling Gleam, it becomes very passive and hard for it to commit any damage. Well, but with Psychic and the Psychic Terrain and Rocky Helmet, now you're able to deal like some decent damage and chip things down so that you can pick up the KOs with Urshifu, Iron Crown, and Chi-Yu when they need to pick things off. I didn't mention Ursaluna with picking things off because Ursaluna is so naturally powerful. It doesn't really need to chip things down. It's going to usually pick up the one-hit KO. But next we have Tornadus, also a pretty standard set with Ghost Tera. We have Bleak Windstorm, Icy Wind, so in case you go against those Tailwind mirrors and you want to slow down your opposing Pokemon on the other team, you can go for Icy Wind and like protect like your Iron Crown or your Chi-Yu or even your Ursaluna, and then you're able to outspeed them the next turn once you get the Icy Wind drop. We have Rain Dance, just in case you go against a team that just has no Urshifu Tornadus answer, which you still will see teams in the format that just have no answer in the Urshifu Tornadus. You can just straight go for Rain Dance and Surging Strikes. It's also really good against like Sun Spam or things that want to deal like fire damage to Iron Crown, and it kind of helps protect it and make it a neutral hit instead of a super effective hit once it's being hit by a fire type attack in the rain. Next we have Ursaluna. So this is the star of the team in my opinion. Even though it has been around since Regulation E, I think that Regulation F is gonna allow it to thrive even more. So when you usually see this team, you usually see like a Flutter Mane or a Landorus Eye in this slot, and we chose to go with Ursaluna because I wanted to kind of combine Flutter, because you can't really put Flutter and a Landorus Eye on this team without like sacrificing like your Tailwind speed or giving up Chi-Yu, and Chi-Yu is really good at helping, you know, Iron Crown deal more damage and also beating the other side spam teams, right? So I kind of figured like, how do I put Flutter Mane and Landorus Eye, how do I get both of them onto this team without sacrificing any pieces? Then I came up with this Ursaluna set that has Fairy Tera, so you get the best of both worlds. You get the powerful Earth powers just like Landorus Eye with the Life Orb. Of course, you're taking chip and Landorus doesn't, but you're still dealing a lot of damage, right? And you get the Moonblast pressure with the Fairy Tera and Moonblast. Now you have Stab Moonblast, which does a lot of damage and is able to really, you know, hit a lot of things that can counter the Bloodmoon and the Earth Moon and the Earth power, right? And Bloodmoon coming off Life Orb, Modest from Ursaluna is dealing a lot of damage. And this is actually, while you can play this Ursaluna under Trick Room with the Indeedee mode, this Ursaluna does have enough speed to outspeed pretty much everything except Regieleki once it's on the Tailwind, right? And that's very valuable for a Pokemon in this format, to have a speedy Ursaluna, because they might not be expecting you to go for Tailwind and just outspeed them in one hit KO. And you'll see in this video, in the following video, where we just picked up a lot of just early KOs of Bloodmoon because it just does so much damage on lead, and they're not really expecting that amount of speed on it. So it is a max speed Ursaluna, so keep that in mind, that it's not as bulky as the other ones, but you can get bulky enough to take super effective hits once you turn into your Fairy Tera, right? As opposed to like a close combat, or, you know, an Ice Spinner or a grass move like Grassy Glide. Those become neutral hits with the Fairy Tera. Of course, close combat becomes resisted, and now you're able to, you know, take a lot of hits and one hit KO them back. So this Ursaluna set is really fun, and I hope you guys give this team a try. There is a rental code up at the top right, as well as a Pokepage down in the description below, and that's gonna be it. Let's get into these battles. Alright, so for our first match of the day, we have Flutter Mane, Landorus, Metagross, and Incineroar, Bloodmoon, and Ogerpon. So Ursaluna does look good here. I think I kind of want to go Tornadus Ursaluna. I don't think this is a game for Iron Crown. There's too much that walls it here, too many dark types. I do have Tera Ground, but I think he would bring Incineroar, Roaring Moon, and Metagross. And my Urshifu kind of kicks butt there, so I think I'm gonna leave the Side Spam here and go with the other core of the team. Alright, so we're EV to outspeed Flutter. I want to go for Tailwind here. What would he have? Knockoff? Would he really go for Tailwind here? You may think that he doesn't need it to outspeed. It's smart to go for Tailwind still. Though. Is it just Gleam? Oh, Thunderbolt. Okay, we survived. Perfect. And that's the one hit KO on Flutter. Nice. Now we can one hit KO Roaring Moon. It should never be scared of a Moonblast here. Overpower. That's why he wanted to remove me so bad. Okay. I think late game Tailwind might help me, so I'm gonna switch into GU. Tera here. Moonblast this slot. Yeah, and this is gonna force Roaring Moon to play kind of passive the following turn. Yeah, that Thunderbolt was really good into my Tornadus. Since he does have Tailwind up, we won't outspeed because he's a speed boost in nature on. It could be knockoff plus cudgel. I should be able to take that double up. They're both physical, and my natural physical defense is very high. I was just breaking swipe. Should be cudgel. Would you really cudgel? Okay, perfect. We may pick up a KO with this. Nice. Alright, so that's one threat out the way for redirecting my Urshifu. He still hasn't Tera yet though. Alright, this is still scary. I don't think I just want to go for Heat Wave here. Protect. Alright, that's a good protect. Wow, you just gonna let me KO your Roaring Moon? Man, these people be making losing plays, I swear. Oh, I didn't protect. I thought I clicked protect. Oh, wow. I misclicked it to the... I swear I clicked protect. Or did I time out? I don't know. That just worked out, though. Yeah, that's going to be game. Then I'm just going to bring... I'm going to Moonblast here and just bring Tornadus in. Does he have Sandshare? He does, okay. I actually want him to KO Ursaluna, so now I get the free switch into Tornadus. And I think we always win because we have Urshifu in the back. He still does have Tera, but we just need to chip it because it's most likely Tera Poison. Yeah, we just want to chip him though, so we conserved our Tornadus. I swear I could protect that previous turn though. Not last turn, but the turn before that. Did I scroll past protect? Yeah, I probably did because I went to go down protect and I probably went past and clicked Bloodmoon. I never actually really do that, but it actually just helped me win this game. Which is crazy when you think about it. And I'm going to get Dark Pulse off just for guaranteed damage and Tailwind here. I think he really just want to see what I have in the back. He can only KO one here. The Sensor can't hit Tornadus. Okay. So he does get to see what I brought last, but once he sees it, he's already going to know it's checkmate. And the only way we lose this game is if we click Zen Headbutt, miss that, and miss also Bleak Wind. So we want to click 100% accurate moves, of course. And Icy Wind. He still does have Tera though. But it counts. Nice. Yeah, I'm very surprised he didn't attack with Landorus that turn. That he protected. Because he saw me just wipe out his Ogerpon with a Moonblast. And that's the power behind Ursaluna on this team with being max speed. Modest is very powerful. The only thing is not as bulky as you usually are used to Ursaluna being. But Ursaluna by itself, just as natural bulk is really good. So you can take a couple hits. But it's just not going to be as bulky as the Trickling variant, right? But this is more of a speedier variant of it because we really wanted that ground coverage. We really want... I kind of, like I told you in the team preview, I kind of wanted to combine Flutter Mane and Landorus into one Pokemon, and that's kind of what I did with this set. But let's get to the next one. Alright, so we have Rillaboom, which can remove terrain. Which is not good. Talonflame. That's an interesting choice for Tailwind. Landorus, Ogerpon, Urshifu, and Flutter. My Tornadus looks really good here, actually. Do I really want Urshifu here? With Rillaboom plus Ogerpon, I kind of don't. I really want to use Indeedee Iron Crown. Actually, I think Urshifu is correct. I'm gonna go with the same. Rillaboom's kind of threatening with the terrain. It's skeptical because Urshifu is gonna outspeed everything, right? And if I just take out Ogerpon like I did last game, then I'll be in a really good spot. But if he brings out his Rillaboom early, then I could switch him to Indeedee and got rid of the terrain. But I think Ursaluna can always take something with it before it goes, at least 2 KOs. Alright, he doesn't even bring Tailwind. Can you speed? Okay, so he does have that type of speed control. I don't think it's a real need to Tera. I'm not really threatened by super effective damage. think removing this slot is more favorable. It does threaten Icy Wind, which is super effective against both. He does miss. Oh, perfect. So Ursaluna is going to outspeed everything next turn. So you got an Icy Wind off, but with Covert Cloak, so it doesn't affect us. Or is it just Earth Power here into Ursaluna? Oh, Slush Bomb. Okay, and we survived. Even better. You could have Talon Flame here. Oh, it's really long. Indeedee would have been so good here. I think I let him take my Tornadus. I'm just gonna Icy Wind here and protect. He should know on Covert Cloak. So. Yeah, I could have just. I'm gonna Tera here though and take his Rillaboom. Oh, perfect. That was such a good play by my opponent. All right. The Rillaboom's the real threat here, so I'm gonna go after Heat Wave plus Bloodmoon Rillaboom. Tornadus may protect. Tera here. Bloodmoon. This should cover for anything Rillaboom Tera's into, unless it's Tera Rock, but I'm really the only one that's been running Tera Rock Rillaboom because it covers for all of his weaknesses. He's not going for a Tera here. Yeah, Indeedee would have single-handedly just won me this game, so keep that in mind, guys, when you're using this team. You can bring Indeedee in the back. Like, Indeedee plus Iron Crown would have been perfect here. Yeah, so I figured that was going to protect. But we have one more turn of Tailwind after this, I believe. Oh, he has Protect on Rillaboom. I did not expect that, but that means you're just gonna get one shot by Heat Wave without Assault Vest. So Heat Wave here and Moonblast this slot. That should be enough to KO. With Chi-Yu on the field plus it being stabbed in Life Orb, I would expect to be able to pick up the KO there. So he breaks my Sash there. Crit's unfortunate, but Earth Power is always going to KO us. Alright, so Rillaboom's down. Perfect. Now, what is his last? Is it Ogerpon? And we outspeed and Moonblast should KO here. We're next to Chi-Yu, Fairy Terror, Stab Boosted, Life Orb, 95 base power. I expect it to KO. Yeah, it's just too many multipliers there. Alright, now it's a 3v1. Ogerpon's still a bit scary, but it can't hit 3 Pokemon at the same time. Well, it can't hit 2 Pokemon at the same time. It can only hit 1, so he can only take a KO per turn if he is going to get a KO with like grass type attacks. So we just attack with everything. If you don't go after Bloodmoon, then it just one-shots you. If you go after Chi-Yu, then we take enough damage to where U-turn should KO you. This is a good Tera, though. You should. I feel like he should go after Ursaluna. Because if you go after Chi-Yu like Bloodmoon, I think it's still going to pick up. And even if it doesn't, it gets us in range. Like, close combat should finish things up here. Oh, we're faster with Chi-Yu. It is Cudgel. That should be into Ursaluna. Okay, he read to protect. So he read to protect there, but now we just get a free Blood Moon. Now this may KO. If it doesn't, then close combat just KOs next turn. And you saw we outspeed with Chi Yu, so we definitely outspeed Urshifu. Even though we always do because Urshifu is Scarf. Nice. Beautiful, and we able to get that win. Oh, I hear a dog barking. Yeah, I actually think I played the icy win missing. Definitely played a huge part in us winning that game so easily. But I do believe that we were still in a good position to win it regardless. And had I just brought in Indeedee Iron Crown in the back, that game would have easily been wrapped up. Because Rillaboom's terrain would have been just removed, and then we just would have swept from there. But let's get into the next one. Alright, so our first match of the day, we have an opposing Tailwind with Whimsicott, Chi Yu, Chenpao, Fluttermane, Archaladon, and Ogerpon. He has two dark types. Should I really be bringing Iron Crown here? Actually, still yes, because Tera Ground can do good into Archaladon. Oh, I got Ursaluna. I should have brought Chi Yu. Chi Yu was correct here. That's my bad. Still getting used to this team though. This team is really powerful. You just have to make sure that you're leading properly. Alright, so Chi Yu should always probably switch here, right? So I'm gonna Tera Trick Room. And U-turn Chi Yu. If it goes into Ogerpon, that's perfect for us. I expected to go into Ogerpon here. Cause would you really tell when in front of potential Trick Room? Okay, so he's gonna Tera. What are you going into? Grass, okay. Are you still gonna Tailwind here though, is the question. And the water Tera covers for like a dark type attack and also for a fire type attack in the sun. And now we can hit you with expanding force. Ooh, Dark Pulse Urshifu. And he's Choice Scarf. Chi Yu, okay. I'm gonna bring out Iron Crown because I think an Energy Ball might be coming out or a Moonblast, and I don't really want to take that on one Raging Bull. It looks like we easily get Trick Room up, unless he's going for his own Trick Room. Okay. Nice. I think we can easily switch in Ursaluna here and just go for Expanding Force. The only thing is that Whimsicott has Trick Room of his own. I don't expect it to. They're really not carrying it yet. Probably Chien-Pao. Oh, Archaludon. Okay, but you already used your Tera. Ice Cream is fine, but that's not going to save you from Earth Power. Oh, so these leftovers probably plus Protect. Ice Cream on Whimsicott is cool though. So use Moonblast, Light Screen. We get rid of Whimsicott though, and then we just need to take care of Chi-Yu, and my Urshifu should outspeed everything, right? He can't use Tera anymore. So did he not bring Chien-Pao? Is what I'm curious about. But this kind of shows you the Trick Room mode of this team that I like. It worked out perfect because Urshifu didn't get flinched. And we kind of forced Chi-Yu out of his Dark type, right? So I think if he did not bring Chien-Pao, this game should be racked up. If it's Ogre Pond, then we're in a really good spot. Because I guess it can redirect the Earth powers, though. Yeah, it can. Alright, so we need to remove Ogre Pond first and save Ursaluna. He's not even going for body, and he's slower. I just misplayed there. I could have just went for Earth Power. Wow. Wow, we had this game wrapped up, and I assumed that he would have body press there. Let me try to trick on my left. One. I'm just gonna Psychic Ogre Pond and Protect. Snarl on with Protect and Leftovers. That's such a cool Archaludon set. He's gonna definitely take out Indeedee here. I can try to take out Ogre Pond. I don't think he ever lets me get another Trick Room up. Oh, you didn't go after Indeedee? Oh, you won't. Okay, with the body press. Alright, so my play here is to hard switch U-turn here should KO that. Gosh, this Ursaluna set completely just wrecked me, man. I can still win though. I think I may need a close comeback crit. If he has Tera Blast on Chi-Yu with that Choice Scarf, then I think we're in a bad spot. Yeah, I had this game. I should have just went for Earth Power there. But Light Screen plus Snarl is like very strong. I don't know if we take a body press on my Ursaluna. So hopefully Chi-Yu like maybe goes for like a heat wave here. Psychic? What? Wow. Wow, that's gonna be rap stands. Like Psychic, Choice Scarf, Grass Tera, Chi-Yu. Like this, these sets are insane. And he never even went for Follow Me on Ogerpon. I expected it. I could have just went for the Earth Power and the Expanded Force play. I think that would have probably won me the game. I just needed to get Ursaluna off the field. Alright. Let's get into the next one. Alright, so for our final match of the day, we have an interesting team here. Is it Expanding Force with Indeedee? This is clearly a hard trick on team with Torco. I think I like Chi-Yu and Indeedee. Iron Crown in the back. And Ursaluna. Yeah, I like that. I'm pretty sure he's gonna lead Slowbro plus Indeedee, or Indeedee plus Porygon. If he leaves Slowbro, I can just go for like Snarl. Helping Hand Snarl, and then protect Trick Room back. Oh, this Urshifu. Alright, well, Urshifu's kind of a problem, right? Can't switch into here, so I'm gonna Follow Me. And I'm just gonna Snarl so I can reduce the damage of whatever's coming in. I expect Urshifu to Surging Strikes, or I expect him to U-turn. And Indeedee trickles. But the thing about this is, whatever comes in, he didn't. I don't know if Dark Pulse gonna pick up the KO on Indeedee though. All right, so this Scarf. So he's stuck on the field, right? And we can get another trick. We can reverse trick him next turn. And he has to hard switch Urshifu out. Yeah, but Dark Pulse will KO Indeedee next time. Alright, so Urshifu's gonna hard switch here. And Dark Pulse should KO Indeedee from there. Yep. 2020 Pokevision, and not sure what Indeedee is gonna go for. There's just Gleam. So he does break our Sash, but we KO Indeedee in reverse trick. And now we just click Heat Wave plus Follow Me. And he can't really get around that because Urshifu can't really remove Indeedee. I guess he can go for a close combat, but Heat Wave should pick up. I wonder what set his King Gambit is though. But as long as we remove Urshifu here with Heat Wave, then we should be in a good spot. King Gambit made Tera here, but he doesn't have his Trick Room going, so we're in a really good spot now. There's a Tera. Should be on King Gambit. Dragon, Poison, or Fairy is what I expect. Maybe even Dark. Fire. I haven't seen Fire King Gambit since like Series 2. I mean Regulation B. He did go for close combat. And that is enough to KO. But the thing is, now King Gambit can be hit by Expanding Force. And I still haven't Tera yet. I see where it connects. Not too much damage on King Gambit. Couch out. Is this KO? No, not even close. Alright. Yes, and now we kind of sweep with, oh yeah, beautiful. Something's gonna protect here, but what? I think Torkoal is more threatening, so let's go after Torkoal. Alright, he's gonna protect it. Yeah, I just want to make sure we remove Torkoal. Expanding Force should do about... Oh, it just picks up the double KO. Let's go. Beautiful. And that's how you play Iron Crown on the back. You don't always have to lead it. Yeah, Chi was really good here. Just being able to, you know, threaten the Indeedee. And just being able to reverse Trick Room as well. Because, like, had Torkoal just been out on the Trick Room, he would have been in a really good spot. But we reversed it, so we had to bring Urshifu back out. And with it being Scarf, his options were limited, right? Especially until Water Tera Indeedee plus Rocky Helmet. It's just so crippling for Urshifu. Right? Let's get into one final match. Alright, we're up against Topo again. I played this player a couple times. And he has Indeedee, Hatterene, Torkoal, Ursaluna, Zapdos, and Urshifu. So he has a team that was pretty much legal in the previous formats. I want to go with Indeedee Chiyu. I feel like Iron Crown kind of sweeps here. And I actually think Tornadus is good in the back here. Because, like, just in case insurance, if he does get Trick Room up, I can slow down the sweeping. Tornadus, yeah. And we have a switch into, like, ground type attacks. With him not being able to get rid of terrain and having, I think Iron Crown is positioned really good. Oh, he just straight up leaves Torko. You should protect Torko here. I'm gonna Tera, Trick Room, and Snarl. Alright, so Indeedee should probably Tera in the water. Fire. I expect Torko to protect here. I wonder what a Dark Plus plus a Psychic will do to Indeedee next turn, though, so he can't get Trick Room up. Oh, he didn't protect Torko. Beautiful. Did he allow me to set up Trick Room here? Oh, what? Crit. Okay, beautiful, but he didn't. Whew. If he like doubled into the Indeedee, I would have been in a really bad spot there. Is that Torko's specs? Like, why did that do so much even with the crit? And then -1 to Chiyu resisted? And Chiyu has really good special defense. I'm gonna Psychic Indeedee and Dark Pulse it. Psychic should pick up. Nice. Alright, so no Trick Room there. Torko's terrifying though. This has to be choice specs, otherwise you protected there. Alright, look how much that is doing. Trick Room's still bad for us if Torko switches out. I think Helping Hand Heat Wave should pick up Hatterene, unless it's... He's not switching Torko. Unless Hatterene is Focus Sash. Alright, we double connect. Nice, and we get a double KO. Beautiful. Alright, so I'm just gonna follow me. As long as we break the Sash, we should always win, right? Just Dark Pulse, just to get damage off. And he just cancels. Let's go. Whew. That was a scary game. we were able to win that game, and that's gonna be it with my games with this team for the first video. And we're gonna go ahead and get into a mid-range review. All right, so getting into a mid-range review with this team. This team has been pretty fun. Iron Crown didn't come out too much in this episode, but the game that it did came out, it was definitely pivotal for helping us win. And I just really showed you guys the power of Chi-Yu. Chi-Yu is still really good in this format. It is really good into these hard trick room teams and stopping them from doing, like, Chi-Yu and Indeedee is like a really powerful lead into those teams. And the more, like, if you like this team, the more that you play with it, the more that it's going to be easier for you to use, and you figure out like what to use against what lead. The Ursaluna is extremely powerful. Like, leading it with Tornadus and they don't have proper speed control and expecting you to play like kind of like a trick room eccentric team, then you're going to be able to sweep a lot of teams, right? And you do have the trick room option with Indeedee, Iron Crown not being a speed booster nature, but a special attack booster nature to deal more damage, and playing with like Chi-Yu, Ursaluna in the trick room. Like, it does have a very strong trick room core, and if your opponent doesn't lead properly into it, then they can just lose the game turn one. And Ursaluna was the perfect fit for this team. It gave me exactly what I was looking for with a Fluttermane plus Landorus into one Pokemon, and that's pretty much what you get with Ursaluna, right? Plus, like, you get the benefit of having a powerful Bloodmoon that goes off of the Urshifu. We didn't get to Stellar Tera in this episode, but there will be times where you're gonna need that Zen Headbutt with Stellar Tera in the Psychic terrain to pick up a KO on like a Mungus when they lead a Mungus into Indeedee when they think that you might not, that you have a good matchup between you, or they might even switch like something out into a Mungus, and you can kind of go for that very strong read. But so far, I give this team an 8 out of 10. I want to play some more practice games with it off stream, and then I'm gonna make a second video with it, and then I'll give a final, ranking of what I think of this team is. I didn't practice much with this team before using it, so it might be some leads that you all saw, even in some of my wins, that I could have made the game a little bit easier. But that's because I'm still kind of fresh with this team, and I kind of just wanted to like really get out my own version of an Iron Crown team, and that's kind of what we did with this one. But that's gonna be it for this video. We are on the grind to 500 subscribers, so I really would appreciate it if you guys would subscribe and leave a like for me, so it helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And lastly, there is a rental code up at the top right, as well as a Pokepaste down in the description below. But that's gonna be it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, deuces.